Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stefan back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into some boosted comps for the final boss and the intrusion of Treasure Map versus Dr. Vegapunk. Namely, like I said, we're versing Esper, and we're taking on Dr. Vegapunk as the final boss and the intrusion with a bunch of different combinations if you guys did some summon on the S-Snake banners. So we're going to be using just S-Snake Captain, just the rare recruits, combination of S-Snake and one of the rare recruits, and hopefully you guys will be able to clear it with some of these ideas, or it'll give you inspiration to build your own teams. Now, I'm going in with the assumption that you guys don't have the anniversary exclusives of Zoro, Kaku, and Luffy Lucci, but look, if they fit on the team like they're recommended for the intrusion fight, you have them. It's just going to make life a lot easier for you, and you can easily just slide them in. But hopefully this video helps you guys out. If it does, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. I will do my best to get out like a no new legend friend captain like version of this video, but look, we're cutting it close. Treasure match tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. With that said, let's dive in. Alright, so a good place to start is just the rare recruits. Now, we are bringing in S-Snake as a friend captain. I figure if you guys can summon on the banner, you can have access to the S-Snake friend captain. With this particular fight, on stage 2, basically, as long as you have the free-to-play S-Bear, you're pretty much covered. If you limit break expand him, you're going to have triple special activation. Make sure you have that maxed out. He's a free-to-play character. You should easily have that maxed. You can remove 3 turns of these effects. 2 turns of the damage reduction, 2 turns of the threshold is easy. He gives you the super bomb slot so you can take care of the barrier. And then the 4 turns of defense up, he's going to remove 3 turns of that. With the Akainu support on Kuzan, if you hit a perfect with Kuzan, it removes another turn of defense up. Basically, you're good to go from there. If you guys don't have, or if you do have, sorry, Zoro, Kaku, you can use them as their super swap, gives the defense down at 100% that goes through full immunity, so you can definitely use something like that. As for the final stage, basically S-Snake's special, applying the love ability, is going to take care of all of this stuff here, so you don't have to worry about any of these shenanigans with the 1-turn resilience, the target lock, the 2 taps. All of this, we believe, asterisks, we believe that the love will just basically stop this from happening until you can actually just burst and kill. However, you are going to have to deal with the block slots, which S-Snake does take care of with her Super EX. You are going to have to take care of the threshold, and you're going to have to take care of the despair. So using Frankie, you can take care of the despair. S-Hawk can take care of the threshold. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. You're off to the races. If you guys are missing the S-Shark, you can basically just put in this S-Shark. He's a 1.4 times booster. You're obviously getting a little bit less points, but this is basically if you only have the S-Hawk rare recruit, rather than having both of the characters at your disposal. If you guys have S-Snake, you can basically just replace Frankie, put the S-Snake as your captain, and now you're just rocking everything. Obviously, Kuzan is replaceable if you guys don't have any other booster. And then if you guys don't have the S-Hawk, basically what you can do is you can just use another threshold remover like Nami and Karina. Nami, Karina are going to remove the threshold. They also give cooldowns as well. And then like I said, if you guys don't have this S-Shark, you can basically do something like this, because now you're basically covered. Or if you guys just have this S-Shark, and no, that's pretty much all the combinations, right? Yeah, that's pretty much all the combinations there. So, like I said, if you guys don't have S-Shark, easily replaced with this S-Shark. Nami Karina basically just replaces the S-Hawk unit. And then, like I said, replacing the S-Snake is pretty easy with something like this Frankie. You could also use something like this Jimbei. You just basically need a way to get around the defense up, and that is pretty much the best way to go about it. So there's a bunch of different combinations to take down the final boss fight. Like I said, you are bringing a S-Snake friend captain, and with that, it's pretty much in the bag. As for the final boss fight, or sorry, the intrusion fight with both the rare recruits, we're doing something like this. Now, on turn 2, the enemy puts up 5 turns of defense up and damage reduction, and then gives you an attack down if you have a certain slot. Then you also get a whole bunch of decks and a whole bunch of quick orbs. Now, these are 99% attack down, so you do want to remove them, or you want to remove the attack down with a certain orb. You do want that gone. And to do this, what we're doing is we're utilizing the S-Bear once again and the triple special activation to remove 3 turns of everything. You are still going to have to get around 1 turn of damage reduction and 2 turns of defense up. But what we plan to do here is to tap with Kuzan first with the Fuji support now, so that removes 1 turn of damage reduction. Then when you use the Stussy special, Stussy is going to give you an attack boost, and with the Lucci support, you remove 3 turns of defense up. It doesn't have to be damage, doesn't have to be anything like that. It's literally just when they use a special, reduces 3 turns of defense up, and basically you are absolutely covered from there. It doesn't need to be 6+, the regular 6-star will do the exact same thing, and you have all of the defensive effects covered. The only downside to this team is that we are only tapping with Esper. Esper is the only unit that is going to be hitting hard, because he's the only one that doesn't have a Dex or a Quick Orb. So, fortunately, we're hoping for type advantage there, but if the enemy doesn't have the, what's it called? If the enemy doesn't have, my god, I'm losing it. If the enemy doesn't have the correct typing for us, we also want to use the Kuzan special there too. So we have an Orb boost, a color affinity boost, and we have an attack boost. But if we don't have the right typing and we can't kill on this particular stage, you're going to have to replace this Stussy with someone else that can give you either recovery or tandem orbs and still remove defense up. The character that comes to mind for me is the New Year's Luffy, and then you can use the Usopp support. The Usopp support's interesting because you get, when the enemy changes slots, changes empty slots to character's own type, and then unfavorable slots to recovery. So surely, in there somewhere, you're going to get some unfavorable slots, because Quick is strong against Dex, and then Dex is strong against Quick, so you should get some orbs in there somewhere. It's not going to be like foolproof. At the end of the day, you can like skip the intrusion if you really want to, but you can definitely do something like this, and then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it at all, and that's if you don't have Zoro and Kaku. If you have Zoro Kaku, you basically just use Zoro Kaku. Their super swap sets defense to 0, you use their special, they completely remove that stupid effect, and then you don't have to worry about it at all, and wham bam, thank you man, Bob's your uncle. Another option too is that you can actually utilize the Atlas. No, you can't, because we're using Kuzan. Well, I mean, you can use Atlas as captain. That's actually another really good shout. Atlas is definitely going to work. Where is she? Atlas. I'm probably just looking straight at her, and I can't see her. There she is right there. You could definitely do something like this, and then not bring Kuzan at all. Atlas on turn 2 is going to remove all of the damage reduction, and then you can just replace Kuzan with another defense up removing unit. But like I said, Kuzan's just great because he's actually going to, he's just going to be a 1.35 booster. So that's pretty much what you want to do there. But like I said, the idea is we do want to use Stussy. Stussy giving an attack boost, you're getting an orb boost and a color affinity buff on this particular stage as well. Should be enough to take it down. Should be enough. As for the final stage, when you move into the final stage, there is attack down, defense up, damage nullification, and a barrier. There's also 2 turns of special reverse on your captains. The upside is we already used Kuzan special, and then S Snake is immune to the special reverse, so we really don't have to worry about that. The S Snake super class is very easy to do because we can we have the Seraphim. S-Bear obviously counting as one of them, and then we have Stussy. If you don't have S-Shark here, you can just replace S-Shark with the other S-Shark. Like I said, in the previous fight, you just basically want to bring in this particular S-Shark as a 1.4 times booster. You could also just bring in Luffy and Lucci or Zoro Kaku, whichever one you guys have there. That's going to be a great fit. If you guys just have the S-Hawk unit, then you're pretty much off to the races there. Because S-Shark really isn't doing too much for this fight. Like, he's removing damage reduction on turn 2, but like, we're already covering that with S-Bear, so you don't really need him too much. Obviously, he gives the special rest on the top row, but again, we really don't need that because we're using Kuzan on turn 2 as well. The S-Hawk unit, this particular character is dealing with attack down. So if you guys don't have S-Hawk, you basically just need to remove him for another attack down remover. But you really want to make sure you have either S-Shark or a Luffy unit. I mean, I think Stussy's part of it too. So like if you're keeping Stussy on the team, you're pretty much going to be fine there. But say, for example, you just have S-Shark, then you can bring in something like Nami Karina once again, and you can remove the attack down with the Karina version of the special. So that works out great. Now, if you do have old mate S-Snake, then you can just bring in S-Snake as your captain, use an S-Snake special on turn 2 to remove the defense up, still use S-Bear with the support of Fuji to take care of the damage reduction, and then, for example, if you just have S-Shark, then you can use him on the final stage for an attack boost and whatever, and then you have the attack down removal of Nami and Karina. But if you have S-Hawk and you don't have S-Shark, this S-Shark is just a super easy in. Like, it just basically just walks in on the team. If you don't want to use S-Shark, you could easily just run, I don't know, Zorokaku, and then you can just take care of the defense up, and then you can take care of the attack down with a certain orb, or you could bring in Luffy and Lucci and make sure you put them here, and then you can utilize the captain shift mechanic. You get base stats and you get some more damage there. So you have a lot of different options when it comes to this particular team, but ideally you just sort of want to fill out what you need when it comes to each particular fight. So realistically, not having S-Snake isn't too challenging. Having 1 or 2 of the rare recruits isn't a big problem, because they've given us 2 free-to-play Seraphim, which is just basically going to fill the S-Snake's requirements anyway, so that way you don't need to just funnel in other units into the team when you already have 2 1.4 times boosters. So works out quite nicely, works out pretty hunky-dory, and hopefully this video helps you guys out if you guys are looking for some more boosted teams to get this done. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please enjoy the rest of your day. I won't be testing these teams, so please, if you guys do test out these teams, please come back to this video and like post your comments whether like your variation worked, or if you have a better idea. There is someone that always comments on my videos where they're like, another day not owning Nami Karina, so they give different options, and I love that. I love that people do that, because people read comments and they can find variations for themselves that works for either more points or easier runs, and it just helps everyone out and makes me really, really happy. So please come back to this video, post your teams, and let me know what works and what doesn't work as well. Most importantly though, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later!